Yeah, what is really amazing is the prominence of machine learning and AI and how that comes together with robots. So there is numerous works that show that robotics is going to have its ChatGPT moment, and that the developed methods will be useful in the real world.
Okay, so the first impression is it's close to overwhelming. So we see so many different papers here. We have 9,000 participants. We have over 2,500 papers, so it's really huge. And it's actually not so easy to get a good overview of what we see here, but we see that the interest in this field is growing. My second observation, I would say, is that there is a clear interest from industry, and that has always been the case, and it has been growing. But maybe even more, you also have some venture capital, so possible investors here, which is very nice for robotics. With respect to the topics, I think this year Gen AI, of course, is everywhere. Not so much LLM, maybe VLA is more. VLMs, also, agentic AI. You see a lot of diffusion policy-related papers. And I think a lot of work with hands, with tactile information. So that is something that at least I thought stands out. And then for people like me also doing mobile robotics, it was interesting to see quite a lot of work with radar, even with thermal cameras. And I would say it's also a trend to have more multimodal approaches with different sensors. One of the keynote speakers mentioned that the sensors grow together so that you have colored LiDAR and you have Doppler LiDAR. And so many impressions. And I think overall it's a fascinating and exciting ICRA.
So it's super exciting to see that AI is moving more to the physical world. So we are very interested in doing machine learning and control for physical machines, and therefore ICRA and robotics is the prime venue. And here, for instance, at ICRA, it's very exciting to see the discussion between generalist and specialist models when it comes to robot learning, for example.
So hi, we are here at ICRA 2026 in Vienna, and it's a fantastic conference so far, because it's not only the ICRA conference with the most participants. I think we have roughly 9,000 people here, but also from an exhibitor perspective. So here we have currently 200 exhibitors from the field of robotics, and you can see clearly a trend. It's all about humanoid robots, it's all about humanoid hands, dexterous hands, and it's about developing robots. So we see a lot of companies offering simulations for the development of physical AI.
I had an awesome ICRA, meeting a lot of friends, getting new inspirations from keynotes and plenaries. Fantastic venue here with a great location and all the exhibition area.
So ICRA this year is very interesting in terms of challenges and technological developments. We see a lot of robotic hands. With the boom of humanoid robots, we are hitting a wall in the development of manipulation capabilities, and robotic hands and dexterous manipulation is certainly one of the hot topics in research right now.
ICRA 2026 is an amazing conference. I'm surprised by the diversity of contributions from hardcore theory, new foundation models, to concrete applications, demonstrators.
Okay, so one thing that I thought was really interesting, and I've been told about by the organizers of ICRA here in Vienna, was that they had a sort of public interaction day just before the conference started, where up to 15,000, I believe, people were invited, and like especially families and children, were invited to interact with the robots in Vienna. And I thought that was a very exciting idea, very cool idea, and I thought it was really popular. Both with the media, with families, with just, ordinary people, and also showing how much, how interesting robots are and how cool robots are for ordinary people, really. So that's something that I thought was very cool, and that's something that certainly I will take away as a great idea. And I'm hoping that this kind of thing will come, will pass will get to be more common in the future, really, that we try to interact more with the community. Rather than interacting with the community, that we try to interact more with the folks in whatever place ICRA takes place.
The many contributions of Robotics Institute Germany partners to the technical program, to the workshops, to the keynotes, and also to the competitions actually show that Robotics Institute Germany comprises the best of German robotics research, and that the partners really push the state of the art.
Was with respect to RIG. I think that the German robotics community has always been present, of course, at these conferences. But I think with RIG we now experience a sort of unified appearance here, and that is very nice. That I think you can see clearly. And we have, for example, the RIG booth. So I think the German robotics is present here, especially in the research area, and a little bit also in the exhibition.
With RIG, it is great to see that we have a strong presence of robotics coming from Germany here at ICRA. So through many talks, chairs, etc. And I think that RIG will help us to strengthen the presence of German robotics even more at venues like ICRA, and hopefully also encourage more researchers from Germany to contribute to these venues in AI-driven robotics.
From RIG perspective, and especially from a German perspective, we are very well presented. RIG is contributing to 24 workshops. 7% of the papers are coming from Germany, where all the universities that are participating in RIG are part of it.
I think RIG has contributed strongly to this in the organization, but also in so many workshops and papers and contributing. So I think it was a great conference, also with RIG contributing to it.
So I contributed to the ICRA organization as part of RIG by organizing the competitions. So you see, one part of the ICRA conference is having scenarios where multiple teams from across the world can come and show their capabilities solving different tasks. So we have competitions in manipulation, in aerial robots, in surgical robots, in autonomous racing. Those are really interesting events where RIG is, of course, leading and setting the stage for people to come and demonstrate their abilities.
I'm amazed by what RIG is contributing to that in form of publications, in form of research results, and also in form of demonstrations, in form of workshops that we have organized. And as such, RIG is kind of shaping the future of robotics, which makes me kind of proud, because what we are doing here today will shape what our kids and children will be working with. So as such, ICRA is a place to be.
So as far as RIG goes, today is the community building day, and RIG is taking part in the Women Engineering Workshop. Actually, we're organizing the Women Engineering Workshop together with IEEE Women Engineering RAS Steering Board and with Women in Robotics Germany. And it's going to be like a little workshop interacting with women and finding out how women relate to conferences, really, and how they feel safe, how they feel welcome, what organizers can do better, what they're doing good already. And I'm really, really happy that RIG is taking part in organizing this workshop, really, because women at RIG are quite present in every physical activity that RIG is doing. Like there's been like some women's event at every GSC, at every General Assembly, and so on. And it was really, so it's good to see that we continue this tradition, if I might say so, even though it's a rather short tradition. But it's become routine, it's become part and parcel of the whole RIG spirit, really, to look after diversities and to incorporate diversities and to address diversities directly.